So overall good, Joe. Once again, you've got a nice core strength going on there, i.e., you're pushing, you could be pushing a lot more, moving your hand kind of further up and down, if that makes sense, i.e. using your shoulder. But having said that, you've got a nice stable core, which is good, okay? But just with the pushing, again, we need to come more from here, not just, in this circle here. Use that shoulder more, right? A lot harder to then hold this core part of your body more still. So it's going to be harder, but you're going to be a lot stronger. Just like I said before, it's like a boxer jabbing, where you want to be doing like the right hooks coming from the shoulder more. But that will come in time. Okay, let's look at your whip action. So what I like to see with my students is when you do a backhand, I call it the backhand cycle, and you want to be waving first. So let's have a quick look. So you've gone into the forehand. Let's rewind it. Where are we? So the backhand. So you're pushing, and you put it into the backhand, and you strike straight away. Let's do some waving first in the backhand, then put the stick down, push for 3 or 4 strides. Why do we do this? Keeps the horse balanced. Also, there'll be a time where the horse doesn't need a backhander, be it the backhand, be it the forehand, and you might win without having to resort to the stick. So give the horse a chance to respond. It's just a great way of just relaxing that little bit and not rushing to your stick. There's nothing worse. But okay, never mind with that. That's just something that you've not been known to do, possibly. But when you strike, not bad. You stay nice and balanced, but you come straight up. You're hitting it in the right spot, which is good. But I'd sooner see not coming straight up from here. So rewind back. You come straight up from your leg, up. It's not wrong, and it works. So we could possibly keep you in that style. But if you want to be stronger with the backhand, and as you know, the backhand's not as good or is not as strong as the forehand, I'd like you to come back. So you're basically waving from, ideally, your boot to near the horse's head. Then when you go to strike, I'd like to see you come back first behind your boot to then swing up and around. It's a lot more stronger. It gives you that little bit more of a leverage to connect and hit the horse stronger. So again, it's hard. I mean, I actually did it with another student and she got it straight away. So it's hard to explain on the phone, on a video. But you want to come back and then up and around. You see many jockeys doing it on the track. I could actually send you a video of, was it Adam Kirby or was it, who was the other jockey? Anyway, a good jockey. And they come back first, then come up and around. Okay, so that's that. We can speak about that, though, in more detail, maybe a little bit later. Or I can send you that video and it would really then kind of explain it better. And then in the forehand, again, you want to be doing the same in the forehand. Wave it more. Put it down, give the horse a chance to respond, then use it behind the saddle if need be. But here, your waving is very stick up in the air here, and you're waving kind of this way more. You want to be waving to the way or to how you're going to hit it. Okay, so you want to be waving more kind of this way. Because as you strike, you're going to use that same pathway going forwards, and then you're going to come up and around, if that makes sense. Very hard to describe it on the video. But what you do is you wave, and again, you just come straight up. So you're waving not correctly for me. And then you see the way you come up like that. That's how you should be waving. Because then when you come up in the same pathway, and you just come straight up from your boot again. From here, you come straight up from your boot. And what's wrong with coming up behind the boot to give you that bit more, well, a lot more power, I think. And then obviously, because we've got the restrictions, you can only hit the horse 7-8 times. You need to give him, when you do hit one, you need to make it count. So I hope that explains it. But going back to the pushing, we want more. Let's have a look. So you've hit the horse. Now you're pushing. Now you're getting a little bit more aggressive. That's good. But you're still not fully extended with your arm. Look. Okay. and when you come back, you're not fully crouched up. You're crouched up enough, and believe me, I realise how hard it is, but you can get away with that style, that's good, but I want you at your strongest, because I want you to be able to cope with a horse that's going back underneath you, clearly. You know, there's no point, it's like going into a boxing ring and just jabbing away at somebody that's, you know, you can easily handle. I know it's a bit of a weird comparison, but you want to be able to go into the ring and handle anybody, somebody a lot stronger than you. Same with a horse. A horse is not always going to go forward for you. When it does, you're fine. You know you could cope with that. But I want you to be a lot stronger. So I want this pushing action to be fully extended. I want that head tucked in. That's the other thing. So all this is kind of not too bad, but your head's just up that little bit too high. Get that head tucked in. I know you've got to see where you're going, but like diving into a pool, you want your arms around your ears, ideally. Won't come overnight, but that's where I want to get you, and I've done it with plenty of jockeys. You will get there. But overall, mate, you can ride. You're stylish. You're kind of fit. You're definitely core strength fit because you're not moving that bottom body. But it's just a couple of things I'd love to see you in person. Just a couple of things that I could really mould you to just being that bit neater and stronger. Hope that makes sense, mate. I'll send this and give me your feedback. Take care. Cheers.